After the Oral Roberts game a couple nights ago, you were concerned about your team bouncing back in 48 hours. Did they give you more than you expected tonight?
Yeah, we looked, I think, sharper and fresher tonight than we looked on Friday. Now, on Friday we played in the heat. You know, it was a little cooler tonight. I think that helped. But, man, they responded really well.
You mentioned that sharpness, which is something you talked about after the Oral Roberts game. Between game 1 and game 2, you got a lot more shots, but you were saying the offense wasn't very sharp. Right. Tonight, 4 of the first 11 shots end up in the net. What changed in the last 2 days that made your offense start to click more tonight?
Well, I think we're starting to figure each other out a little bit. You know, I think, I don't know why, but it's pretty obvious that when Courtney gets the ball, it's going in the box. And it's taken our guys a little time to figure that out. But, you know, you start to get used to sort of how are they going to play the ball, where are they going to play the ball, and we saw some of that tonight.
You've talked after each game about getting to know each other and the growth of this team, how it's a process. You beat a team that came in tonight undefeated. They had a win over Texas. Yes, it's very early, but what does a win like this mean for your team and your confidence going forward?
Yeah, I think it gives us a lot of confidence. We obviously feel pretty good about ourselves at the moment. And we're getting better. I think that's the biggest thing, and that's what I said to him after the game. We just got to keep getting better. This can't be the best for us. This can't be the highlight. You know, this has to be, you know, one step along the way. So I like the direction we're heading in.
Mackenzie Scovel's given you 3 goals in the last 2 games. Yeah. Is she exceeding your expectations from when you first got a hold of her?
Yeah, you know, she just works so hard. I mean, the kid is all over the place, and she's on to every ball, and she tries for everything, and she runs as hard as she can every time. So, you know, she's one of these kids that I think is capable of scoring, and we're starting to see her get goals, and usually that gives players more confidence, which leads to more goals.
Friday, you mentioned the defensive organization that you had against Oral Roberts. Did it look better tonight?
I thought it was the best game that our back force played. They were really good back there, and again, you know, it's a patchwork back four. You know, most of those guys, I think outside of Courtney, haven't really ever played back there. So they're getting used to their roles. They're starting to figure it out, but they were pretty good tonight.
Next week you go down to Austin to your old stomping grounds. Do nerves come into it for coaches when you go back to a place that you've been?
Nah, and we're not playing Texas, so you know I don't think that's much of an issue for us. I mean, we're going to go play 2 pretty good teams, and you know, see how we do.
What are your expectations for next week, and what do you think the team can accomplish down there?
Well, it's going to be hard. New Mexico is a good team. They've always been a good team. You know, they haven't started that well, but I'm sure they're pretty good. I think they're pretty young, and I think that'll be a difficult game. And you know, turning around against Virginia on Sunday, I've got great respect for Virginia. I think they play the game the right way. They're fun to watch. So I think we got a tough weekend ahead of us.